Hello you guys, so I'm going to do a little basic tutorial on how to use Logic as a singer who doesn't really know that much about Logic, but enough to record a good little tune. So if you've seen on my Instagram, I've been doing like loads of little recordings. I'll try and put one in the video for you to see, and it sounds so good. So I thought, why not show you, because I've had a few people ask me like, how do you do it? And I did like a little tutorial on Instagram, but I'm going to do a bit of like a more in-depth one because it is confusing when you've not used Logic before. By the way, Logic costs, I think it's £200 if you don't have Logic. So this is for my Logic users. I'm going to be using this mic. This is my boyfriend's mic. I do have my own, but I can't be bothered to set it up, to be honest. This is the blue mic. I'm not entirely sure where he got this from, but it looks like this. And then it goes like this, and there's a pop shield. Loves it. And then I'm using his headphones, and it's plugged in by USB, which makes it a lot easier. Say that it's USB, it actually sounds pretty good. This is fun. All right, let's bring up Logic. That's the first thing you want to do. You've chosen what mic you want to use, switch that on, plug it in. Headphones, yes, we want to use the headphones. So you want to do mic or line when you first open Logic up, and it's going to look like this. I love Logic so much. I'm going to make this widen a bit, and I'm going to call this track because we don't know what song we're doing yet. First thing you want to do is choose what song you want to sing. What song do you want to cover? And I actually have no idea, so I'm going to go do that. So I'm a bit of a jazz fan. I think I'm going to do Smile by Madeleine Perox. She's a French singer. It's quite nice, quite slow. We can do some backing vocals on that. Let's pull that up and see what happens. So go to Google, go to YouTube, and then type in what song you want to... Oh my god. Oh no, that's a different song. I thought that was like that. What song you want to sing to, and you want karaoke as well. Karaoke. When you've found your song, copy and paste it, which is Command C, and then go to a MP3 converter. Don't tell anyone. I'm just going to paste it in here. We're just going to press download and get rid of any adverts. And then we're going to press download again and get rid of the advert again. And then there we go. Beautiful. And then go into Logic and then drag your track into Logic. So next up here, track. New audio track, because you're going to be singing. This is an audio track, and we're going to put main vocal on here. But don't be like overwhelmed by all of these random like buttons and things everywhere. Just focus on this part here. That's all you need to worry about. It's literally as simple as it gets. Press R. You see it's picking me up on the microphone, and you're literally just going to sing the song. When I do these, I only usually do like the first, I think it's like 48 seconds or 50 seconds of the song. So that's literally all I'm going to do. Like an absolute twat in headphones. Do your singing. Guys, so I've just sang literally that first bit. I'm just going to make this a bit wider, and then what I'm going to do is just, what you can do is this little button up here. Go to scissor tool. This is just my OCD. You don't actually have to do this, but if you've got OCD like me. And then press command, and you can see it goes into the scissor tool. And then I'm just going to cut off. Literally all I did was press that, by the way. Cut that bit off and then get rid of that, because I don't want any breaths in there. And it basically just cuts out any like little breaths that you've made before you sang. Yeah, I'm going to sing the rest of the song, and then I'll show you what to do next. Also, I'm not going to get too technical about the sound, but if you find that when you press record, when you listen back, and you can only hear it coming out of one headphone, just go over here and check your output, and you want to make sure it's on stereo output, and then it will come back through both headphones. Said I'm not a massive nerd on sound systems, okay? So if that doesn't work, Google it, because that's the only thing I know. You're just a singer. Smile, though your heart is aching. Even I make mistakes. The metronome was on. Make sure you turn that off. That like click where it's like, and you can like hear it in your headphones. That's the metronome, which is located right here. Make sure you leave that off. All again now. be honest, I don't even know if I'm getting the lyrics right. So another tip, this little arrow up here will tell you how far into the song you are. So I'm going for about 48 seconds or 50 seconds. So I'm just gonna move it all the way up here. Let's do it for about like 50. You want it under a minute for Instagram, I think it is, but I usually just do about that anyway. And then again, do your scissor tool. Remember the scissors? And then just cut it so you don't sing the rest of that song, and then your song will end there. Smile, though your heart is aching. I actually went over the 58 seconds, so all I did there was just move this a bit further because I actually went over it. Another thing to note, takes. Takes is where, I'm just pressing this little arrow to get to that, by the way, is when you like sing it once and then you sing it again and you're singing it on the same track. So you press record and it will do another take. So I'm just going to listen back to this other take that I did because I stopped here and didn't do the rest of it, so I had to like refill it. But you can do as many takes as you want. You can choose your favorite take. You can also move your takes where you want them to be. So if you like this part of the vocal on that take, you can, wait, I've just done that wrong. You can leave it like that. Or if you want this part of the vocal on that take, you can do that and it will play this one. I'm not very good at explaining things, so bear with. I'm a producer, okay? I'm just a vocalist. I just do a bit of home recording, trying my best to explain it here. I hope it makes sense. So I'm keeping that take. I don't think I'm going to do another take because this is just an example. Although I might post it, to be fair, because it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Right, I'm going to scissor this because there's a big gap here. So remember, command, scissor, 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 scissor tool, and get rid of that. Something else, which is a trick. Comma, is that a comma? Yeah, comma and full stop. Where's my thing gone? Where's my stick? There it is. Full stop moves it this way, and comma moves it the other way. It's a cool trick that I learned. See, I know the best tricks in Logic. So what am I doing now? I'm gonna listen back, and then we're gonna do backing vocals. So to make this look different, go up here. This makes it shorter. That one makes it wider. Happy with that. So next, another audio track down here. And I'm just gonna make this a bit wider. And this is gonna be called backing vocals. So I'm just gonna call it backing. Sing again, sing over it, do your own little thing, and we'll go from there. So I've just filmed the backing and I'm pretty happy with the take that I've got, so I don't need to do that again. So this is my favorite part. If you can just leave it like that, but if you want to go a little bit extra, give it some spice, we're going to go over to main vocal. We're going to mute, this is the M, mute this track. You can also solo a track, which just puts it on that, which is this S. What am I doing? Effect. So main vocal, I want to go to this thing here, audio FX. See, I still don't know what I'm talking about. I've just done this by myself. Channel EQ. Don't ask me what channel EQ is, but it sounds cool. Then go on to default present. And then down here, you've got voice, and you can choose all of these different ones. I usually go for warm vocal, but you can literally choose any, and it just makes it sound really cool. So we'll have some of that. And then we'll click on this bar again, and I'm going to add some chroma verb. This is a bit of a reverb. Is this the one that you can? Yeah, this one also as well. If you click on use default and then scroll down, you've got all of these. I mean, look how many different effects you have here. And you can choose any of these. So you can literally make your voice sound like you're in a vintage concert hall. How mad is that? So I'm just going to press spacebar. I'm just going to go off this and I'm just going to have a listen. So I'm listening right now in my headphones and you can see the sound being picked up here. I'm going to go back down here and I'm just going to choose some of these. I know you guys can't hear anything, but I'll show you at the end what it sounds like anyway. Okay, so this thing here, which is called wet, it kind of makes it more echoey. So the more wet it is, the more echoey it is. So I'm going to turn this down to about 26. That's usually like where the good spot is. What I'm actually going to do is just take out these headphones and so you guys can actually hear, because why didn't I just do that in the first place? So let me just go on to channel EQ, just so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So you guys can hear that? There we go. And then I'm just gonna like play with a couple of these so you guys can hear what they sound like. So let's do soften. No, that's not gonna be very different. Let's do whatever this is. I don't know what this is. Smile, though your heart is aching. So I've just soloed it so you guys can hear, and I'm just pressing spacebar. So can you guys hear the difference? Let's choose a different one. Pop. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get choir. If you smile through your fear and sorrow. Brassy. Smile, it may be tomorrow. Oh, I quite like that actually. You'll see. I think I'm actually gonna go for brassy. That sounds really nice. And I'll just show you guys what chroma verb sounds like. And I'm just gonna use my special comma to go back. What should we go for here? We've got so many options. Let me just pause. So I'm kind of looking at halls. I feel like that would sound quite cool. Let's have a look at the concert hall. Ooh. Smile, it may be tomorrow. God, how long was my camera like that? I'm so sorry. I hope you guys could actually see. Actually so bad at this. Okay, well, we're not choosing that one. So what was the other one? Sort of warm vibes. I want to see what this sounds like. You'll see the sun. It's a bit too wet though. Let's take that out. For you. That's not nice. Go back. Come shining through for you. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's just an example. Okay, so then I'm gonna go on to backing and we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna solo it. Click on here, track 3. Obviously we've got nothing in here. For this one, I'm gonna do channel EQ again. And I think I'm gonna go for, I think we did a warm vocal for the other one. I quite like the sound of pop. Let's listen to that. Sounds nice. It always sounds so funny when you're doing backing because it's literally just like you singing by yourself. You have to be like confident when you're doing this because you are hearing yourself sing and it is so weird. Like you're like, ugh, that's what I sound like. So you do have to be like confident with it because you got to get used to hearing yourself sing if you want to like record stuff, especially when you go to edit it. I don't know why I'm looking over here when the camera's like there. It's because I'm looking at myself, but the camera's actually there. I'm so bad at this. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna just leave that on pop because whatever. And then for here, I'm actually gonna choose a different one. I'm gonna choose Space Designer. This is also a reverb, but I don't think there's any. Oh, there is. I didn't think there was. So there's also like things that you can choose here. Let me just have a listen to this. Press space. Whoa, that sounds mental. Okay, let's do indoor car interior. That is so funny. Gymnasium. What? Swimming pool. Man, Logic is brilliant. Okay, I'm just gonna choose a basic one. Let's do live stage, maybe that. Hello? Oh, that'll do. Oh no, that sounds well weird. Just give me a normal one. Soft hall. What's that sound like? That's mental. How much better it sounds when you take the wetness out. So that's on like 29. Okay, we'll just leave it like that, but you guys get the gist. So let's add everything back in. So we'll take solo off. You don't need to do anything to the actual track because that's already got music on. Let's have a little listen. Let's just listen to the first part. I'm gonna turn the actual track down a bit. I'm gonna turn these ones up. It's not sounding too bad. I think I want to turn the backing up a little bit. Let's just have a listen to that. I don't hate it, to be fair. What's this bit sound like? Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. Ooh, that bit sounds lush. I don't know if I like the reverb on this track. I think I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I've just listened to all of it. So I think I'm just going to leave it there. It's just a quick example for you guys on how to make a bit of music for yourself. Again, I'm just a singer. I'm not a producer. I literally just do a bit of recording at home. So it's just basic. You don't need to know anything else from what I've told you today. That is literally it. So to save it then, all you do is just highlight this top bit. There is another way you can do that, actually. Well, it's already highlighted. You can just click on it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, this bit up here, you can do it that way, or you can just use your mouse and just like select it. And that basically just selects all of this to save, basically. Is there anything else I need to tell you on here? I'm just trying to think. You can also get to EQ from this part. If you wanted to know that little box up there. Don't really need to tell you that though. Oh, I've just put, oh, that's another thing. If you don't want something on your specific track, there's a little off button there that you can switch off, and then you can like edit it by pressing that little thing there. Other than that, as like basic recording, I think that's about it. You don't really need to know anything else. Okay, so file, and then you want to go bounce. You can either save it like this, so when you go into your folder you can bring it back up like this in Logic, or you can bounce it, project or section, and you can make it into an MP3 file, which is what I do. And then press OK, and then don't look at my stuff. So choose a name. I'm literally just going to call it track. What song is this? Oh, Smile. Smile. And it will save and bounce. And what I do is just airdrop it to my phone, and then the videos that you see me like this singing, I'm actually lip syncing. Bet you didn't know that. Obviously, you know that's pretty obvious. But yeah, you just lip sync it. Or you can sing it live, but it's more difficult. Don't ask me how to do that because I don't know. I just lip sync and it looks cool. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Although, again, I'm not a producer, so I might not know, so maybe just Google it. But from what I've done today, that's basic recording and what I do. Look out for the video. It'll be on my Instagram, all my socials. I'm trying to think what other videos I could do like this, because this was quite fun. I actually quite enjoyed showing you guys this. Maybe some stuff on piano or guitar. Maybe if you guys would like to see me record some piano and guitar on Logic, because I can do that. Let me know, we could do it like that. That could be fun. Maybe like write an original song and record it on Logic. Let me know, maybe we could start a series. But yeah, have fun recording, my loves.